That's right, YouTube, it's time for another unboxing and review. This time, as you can see, is the Samsung Galaxy S3. Unfortunately, not the S4 that just came out, but the S3. So let's get into it. Here's the packaging. Oh, there's the phone. Nice. Information packs, which nobody ever looks at. Battery. USB cable. Earphones. Looking nice. Earbuds for your earphones. The adapter. The rest of the adapter. I don't like this idea. I think they're trying to make the adapter more compact, but sometimes things can be too compact. I mean, what happens when you lose this? Not good. Micro SIM adapter. And that's it. There's the packaging. Pretty nice. It's not a new phone. There's no real need to review it, but you know what I'm about. This is what I like to do. I find it fun to see what each product has to offer. So what I'm going to be testing is the camera, the OS, the user interface, the App Store, and I might as well compare it to my main phone, my Nokia Lumia 920. This phone, if you remember that review, I gave this phone a jaw-dropping score. Let's see what this phone. Alright, so let's get the specs out of the way. Screen size, screen resolution, memory capacity, rear facing camera, front facing camera, RAM, processor, battery. So the S3 does seem to be the more powerful phone, but let's find out if that will be enough to save it. Okay, so I want to talk about the screens because the screens are a very important part of a touchscreen phone. And right now I'm going to tell you that the screen on the Lumia 920 wins, and it wins for two reasons mainly. As you all saw, the resolution on the Lumia 920 is higher, but secondly, the Lumia 920 handles all colors better apart from black, but you have to be fair, Lumia 920 controls all the other colors better, so the Lumia 920 wins in the screens department. Alright, so if you take a look at this image on both phones, you can see that the Galaxy S3 is handling the blacks better. But if you also look at the blue on the S3, you can see that it's flaring way too much. Also, you have to look at this in person, but the Lumia 920 is handling the yellow at the bottom much better too. So yeah, the Lumia 920 handles colors better. Take a look at this footage of The Dark Knight Rises and you honestly tell me which colors look more natural.
Harvey Dent Day may not be our oldest public holiday, but we're here tonight because it's one of the most important. Harvey Dent's uncompromising stand against organized crime had made Gotham a safer place than it was at the time of his death 8 years ago. This city has seen a historic turnaround. No city is without crime.
Now, one thing I do love about Android is this notification center. It's also a control panel, and you're able to quickly control your Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, mobile internet, all types of different settings, and I like that a lot. Whereas with Windows Phone, it's more minimalistic and laid back. You have to swipe down to see what's currently active, and etc, etc. Both of them I like, but I do prefer the notification center on Android. Okay, so now I'm going to do some random speech recognition and voice commands. Tell me about the weather today.
Can't find that application. Try saying open and an application name.
Open YouTube.
Starting YouTube.
Find pizza.
Searching for pizza.
Web search, find pizza, search for pizza.
Find chicken.
Searching for chicken.
Let me do an internet search for an answer to find chicken.
Tell me about the next Xbox.
Searching for tell me about the next Xbox.
An answer to tell me about the next Xbox.
Open flashlight.
Starting flashlight XT.
Brightest flashlight.
Now I'm going to talk about the way media and apps are handled on both phones, and I want to start off with Windows Phone because, to be honest, I do prefer it the way Windows Phone handles it. As you can see, I've got music, history, new, apps, and Xbox connectivity. Another thing is, if the next Xbox has some serious connectivity with Windows Phone 8, it is going to be a wrap. Also, if you check out games. Now, games are apps, but not all apps are games. So what Microsoft has decided to do is keep all your games that are installed in a hub called Games. Now the thing is, Microsoft have decided to make all your games go into a hub called Games, and this makes things very clear, clean, and organized. So as you can see, I've got my collection, what I've been playing recently, my Xbox Live titles, and basically just all my other games. On Android, all your apps are installed but kept all under the same place, whether they're games or apps. So all in all, Windows Phone is definitely the more attractive, minimalistic, clean operating system, but Android is more functional. I'm definitely in love with that quick notification bar / control panel. You can control your brightness, Bluetooth, everything in there. It's absolutely brilliant. Now one thing I have to say is the Galaxy S3 loves to lag. I have no idea why, but this phone lags so much. This phone has 2 gigs of RAM and I really don't know why it lags so much. I think it must be how heavy Android is. Now once again, Windows Phone is always the lighter, more lightweight operating system, and it usually has the lighter apps. So that's why the Galaxy, the Lumia 920 seems to run faster in terms of other tasks, not starting apps. Okay, so what we're gonna do is listen to each phone speaker, and you honestly tell me which one sounds better. So let's start off with the more rubbish speaker, of course. Both of them are max volume. so at this point I started to test out both cameras, the rear facing cameras of course, because that's more important. And I started taking pictures. I started off at night because, you know, I'm a busy guy. I tend to be more free at night. And I was going to be fair and take some daylight photos, but I said, you know what? Forget it. The Lumia 920 destroys the S3's camera both day and night. So on that note, and for that reason, Lumia 920 camera is not to be messed about with. Alright, so now it's time for the verdict. This was supposed to be a review, but I thought, let me turn this into my first ever comparison. And unfortunately, this phone went up against this beast. Now, you could say that this phone is a more powerful phone. In terms of raw specs, yes, especially because of the 2 gig RAM. Now, this is a Samsung Galaxy S3. And because it's on Android, that makes it relevant. Yes, Samsung are a very big manufacturer in terms of phones, but so are Nokia. But Nokia, they have come out of the woodwork with innovations to make this phone stand out. What does this phone have that really stands out to you? Now, I'm actually disappointed and almost angry because I remember that time I was about to get this phone when that Android fanboy on the phone, I asked him, does he have any Lumia 920s? And he said no, but he was trying to sway me to get a Galaxy S3. Now, I'm so glad I didn't go for that option because I wouldn't have this and I wouldn't even know about it. But here is the Samsung Galaxy S3. Now, as I said, from a software standpoint, the phone is great. But what are Samsung actually giving you that makes you say, yeah, that's a great phone? Camera, nothing special. It's blown away by the Lumia 920s. The speaker, poor. The front-facing camera has those features to do with the eyesight. For example, where you're looking at your phone and then you look away and it locks. Bullshit. So, I have my phone in my hand. I'm going to sleep. Yeah, that's what Samsung said it's mainly for. That's what Samsung mainly said it's for. If you're looking at your phone and you fall asleep, it will dim as well. Seriously? Who falls asleep with their phone in their hand? If you're in bed and you fall asleep with your phone in your hand, the screen is going to dim anyway. The second thing is it has an orientation lock. For example, if you're looking at your phone straight on like this, it will know to be in portrait. But if you're like this and in bed, it will still stay in portrait because your eyes are that way. But to be honest, it really didn't work well at all. The innovations of this phone do not match the innovations in this phone. This, take away Android and just ask yourself, what do Samsung leave you with to be happy about? Nothing. All I can think of is the 2 gig RAM, and even then, Android still lags on this hefty, powerful phone. So here comes the verdict. Standalone or comparison, which one should I say first? Okay, compared to the Lumia 920, the Samsung Galaxy S3, guys, it is nothing special. I promise you that. But standalone, I'm giving this phone the excellent rating. Yeah, the Samsung Galaxy S3 gets the excellent rating from me. I mean, I do love the phone, don't get me wrong. It's so slim and it feels great in the hand. And it is a great phone, it does what it's supposed to do. But when I compare it to the Lumia 920, simple things like the keyboard, the speakers, the camera, the music player, I mean, you can't even control your music locked. You can't change the song when the phone is locked, from what I know. If I'm wrong, please prove me wrong. But yeah, this phone, software, I think Android is what makes the Galaxy S3 come up. Take away Android and what does it leave you with? You see what I'm saying? You have to balance it out, software and hardware. That's what phones are about nowadays. Now with this Windows phone, you have obviously the simplicity, the minimalism, and the convenience. Plus you have Nokia's innovations. Honestly, I can't begin to explain. So I'm gonna end this video right here. Waste of time, overhyped and overrated. Now, as I said, this is not the S4 and this is not the next Lumia, but hopefully in the near future I'll be able to review the two. Maybe you can compare them. But before you go, before you knock my review and before you call me a fanboy, picture this. This is a Windows phone. Now imagine if this was a Windows phone. Which would you honestly pick? Now let's switch it up. This is an Android phone. Now imagine if this was an Android phone. Which would you honestly pick? Think about it. And that's how I'm going to close it, guys. Thank you for watching. Peace out. No, wait, actually, one last thing. Before you knock my review and before you call me a fanboy, you ask yourself, have you tried them both? Do you have them both? Now you can go. Peace out.